And I see there's a couple young ladies in this room. I want you to know what I didn't know. I want my daughters to know what I didn't know. Because we as children of God are never unsought, never unseen, and should never be uncertain. With a God who placed within us a dignity that nobody gets to take away, no matter what. Senior year of high school, my mother dropped dead of a heart attack. Unexpected. You see, that's when we get to walk in our faith. Because a tree with strong roots can weather any storm. You just sang about that. But you know what? I didn't even know who I was. So when I got to walk in this faith about who I was when my mother died, I just jumped right into every pit that the enemy laid before me. And all that constitutes a pit is that you cannot stand, that you lost vision and you feel stuck. And I just have to be honest, I feel so trapped. I'm like a caged animal in this little area. And every time I want to come down there and love on you, my mic goes out so then I come back. Which reminds me of my behavior for all of this time. Because once I did one thing to step outside that I knew was what God wanted, there would be something that would stop me. And we act on what we remember most. So the old tapes kept playing. Oh, that's a punishing God. It's not merciful. You don't deserve that. You didn't earn that. Who would love you? Back in the box. Step out, back in the box. God has blessed you so much. I'm like, I know. Aren't I awesome? And people would say things like, do you realize, like, this is a miracle? And I thought, yeah, I am. But the glory was never given to God because the disconnect was so profound between the reality of my life and this God who made all of those things possible that it never moved from here to here, never. That is a long dimension, those 12 inches. To know something in your head and have it integrated at the core of your being sometimes never happens for some of us. And here's what I know about God, is that when He wants to change you, He allows your children to speak volumes. It's like they walk around holding up a little mirror of me. And sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's not. Because they mirror me today. And when I had those 4 kids, I could give them nothing. Because I had nothing to give except a bunch of stuff. And a nanny who could raise them probably better than me, which is why I went to work. Like, I'm pretty sure that I was on the phone in the delivery room when I was having my first child, and the doctor's like, okay, the baby's head's crowning, we need to get on with this. But see, I was so important. They even let me smoke in my hospital bed. Okay, they don't do that. They're like, is it Judy? Let her do whatever she wants. But see, all that did then is just foster more of that self-importance and so not who God created me to be. So going to work worked for me. And I would say things to my nanny like, what, you didn't switch out the toys? It's been 4 weeks. Why are they not wearing like matching shirts? Why are their fingernails not clipped? How sad. But see, I was this broken person. I want my kids to know that it is fascinating to watch people do what they do. It is mind-blowing to know why they do it. And if you can ever get to the why, you always say, well, no wonder. No wonder. He had relentlessly pursued my heart and soul. I was led one month later to a Magnificat breakfast. And I sat in a breakfast with 300 women, just like you're sitting right now. And they gave me hope. And they were filled with the joy of the Lord. And I couldn't breathe at that point in my life. I had 4 little kids. And I was going to be a single mother. And they led me right to Mary. And Mary led me right back to the sacraments. And I went to daily Mass every day. That's why they call it daily Mass. I went there every day, and I received the Eucharist, believing in its transformative power. And I'll tell you, when people came to me at the sign of peace and they said, "Peace be with you," that's all I just wanted. I couldn't understand how I would ever get that. Ever. You can be set free. That's what Rose was talking about. That's why we hope you're here today. That you say yes. All you got to do is say yes. Then he just does the rest. But he can't do it and won't do it without you. That's how much he loves you. He doesn't make you. He wants you to want to. And I'm here to tell you today, I want to. I want to more than anything to walk in the fullness that God has for me.